just control what we can control. And for the ones here, shoot, I just show y'all. Let's see. So yeah, first LaCarvis had asked about how to set it up. This is on my laptop, and it's pretty much the same as the mobile version. It's just like set up differently. To add an indicator or anything like that, you would just well, on this version, you would just go to your studies, edit studies. You could just type in, whatever you're looking for, and then you just add it.
All right.
That's how you add the indicators. And then on the mobile version, it's like you click your screen, it's like a test tube thing. It'll be this same icon. You would click that, and you would just type in the name of the indicator and add it on there.
All right. So which indicators you got again?
The ones that I like to use is volume, RSI, and stochastic slow. So the RSI just tells you when something's overbought or oversold. Overbought is when it's 70 or above, and when it's oversold, it's 30 or below. And usually, when something is overbought, that can just tell you that it's gonna come back down. Something's oversold, tell you that it may start to come back up soon. So, but just because things are oversold or overbought doesn't mean that they're going to come up or come down. Because if you look right here, looking at Tesla, this is a while ago. You see right here, Tesla started being oversold right here at 348, and they didn't stop being oversold until they was over $400.
Yeah.
So it's not the end all be all, but it is a pretty good indicator a lot of times.
Wait, on Tesla, do you think they're gonna keep going up or?
They might. I think they had some good news earlier. They might keep going up. I don't know. I wouldn't swing a call today though. Yesterday was the day to swing a call because that was really it. Really just had to break this line right here that I already had. This 10-18-93, and it was pretty close to it. So any type of news at all would have just pushed it up. So could have swung that yesterday, but I didn't alert it because I know like some people can't get into it, but it is some people in the chat like they'll have like 200, 150, $200 account, and they'll put everything on this. So that's why a lot of times I don't really alert these large stocks like this because just as easily as Tesla went up like this, Tesla would have went down like this. So.
All right.
But yeah, they might keep going up. They got a lot of volume, so they probably will. So yeah, but Carver, you talking about the chart, and yeah, so I just like to go from large time frames down to small time frames. I typically like to stop at the 1 hour.
Okay.
So all I do is I use this tool called the price level because it gives you a straight line.
Okay.
Without you having to measure it up. And I just first I just plot my high point and my low point. So I already got my high point up here at it was 470 at the time, and I just plot my low point, which I don't think Netflix gonna be coming all the way down here. So I would just do mine right here with this low point.
Okay.
And it don't have to be perfect, but you want to try to get it close as you can. And then in between your high and your low, You just want to plot places where it had trouble going above or below. Now, these would be your support and resistance, but they're really just areas of interest because a place can act as a support in one area and act as a resistance in the same spot at a different time. So, an example of that would be here at this 270. It's a bit of a resistance right here. Couldn't get above right here. But as it got above and it came back down, it was a support.
Gotcha.
Um, and then even later over here, it was kind of acting as a support again. Here broke down a little bit, but came right back up. So, these areas can be supports and resistances. So you just go through and just plot all the places where the stock had trouble going above or below, and you want to make sure that the wick touches at least twice. So the wick is just the long parts at the bottom or the top. And all candlesticks don't have them, but if it doesn't have a wick, you want to just do it from the body. So you want to make sure that it's touching at least 2 times to be a valid line. Let's zoom in some. Oh, not that much. See, my lines is touching at least twice. And that's pretty much what you do. You just come through, plot all the ones you see. It might be a little bit more somewhere, but so these are pretty much my lines that I would plot on my 1 week chart. So the larger the time frame that you plot your support or resistance on, the stronger that level is. If I plot a support or resistance on a 1 minute chart, it wouldn't really matter much on a larger time frame. But if for instance, it's not even no good examples right now, but like let's say if you have a resistance at 385 for Netflix, but you don't have that on your 1 minute chart, you still have to pay respect to it because it is a weekly resistance. So it's a much tougher resistance, even though you don't see it on a small frame.
Gotcha.
So you just have to always keep in mind where your major supports and resistances are. So from that point, you would just go down and do the same thing, and your line should still be touching as you go down in your frames. See my lines that I made here. They're still valid. My line here, when it came back, touched up here again, up here. So you just do that and just keep going down.
All right.
That would be your support or resistance. So I like to do that, and you basically just want to see what it does when it gets to that line. The way I like to trade is I like to play the breakouts. So I like to get into something when it goes below. I like to get a put if it goes below a support, or I get my calls if they go above the resistance. And I like to play the breakout because typically on a breakout, that's where you'll get the big moves. So like Tesla, we have played Tesla here. You see, this is a resistance right here at 1018, and it was almost above it yesterday. So you could have anticipated this breakout yesterday. Would have been a bit more risky, but I mean, any bit of news would have made it do this. So this was a breakout trade right here. You see, it's a huge move, and it's also an all-time high. So something gets to an all-time high, you just get calls because it's no resistance. It's no resistance to stop it from going up. So Tesla's gonna keep going up until people decide, okay, this is too expensive, or some bad news comes out. Let me see. Hold on just a second. All right, so that's my main thing I like to do is support the resistance. Another thing I like to do is look out for patterns. So patterns are going to always be found after something goes up significantly or if it goes down significantly. So the example that I always like to show is MMM. Now with these patterns, the thing about the patterns is you never want to force a pattern. You never want to force yourself to see it. Like you just say, wait in the lobby. How do I? Oh, it's up here. All right, so you never want to force yourself to see a pattern. You want it to just come like natural, like because I mean, the more you try to force it, the less likely it is to work. Um, so like I said, these patterns will occur after a run up or a run down, and the main patterns that I like to focus on are called flags and triangle patterns. So MMM is the example that I like to use. You can see here, I'm looking at my 4-hour chart. So these patterns can be found on any chart. All right, don't matter what chart you're looking at, you can find a pattern on any chart. But looking here, you see right here, my oval, you have a run up right here. So this run up went from 130 all the way to 150. So a $20 run up right here. When something goes up like that, it has to pull back. So it pulled back, and it was in the form of a bull flag. So a bull flag is when like it looked like it's going, down diagonally, and both of your trend lines from the top and the bottom are going in the same direction. They're going in the same direction, and what you're waiting for is you're waiting for it to push above. When it goes above it, that's when you want to get calls. Now notice here on when it was pushing up right here, look at my volume. Then when it started flagging, my bull flag right here is very low volume right here. And then when it pushed above, look at that volume come back in. And then the pattern just pretty much keep repeating itself. Had another bull flag right here. Both trend lines are going the same direction. Waiting for it to push above, could have hopped in right here. And you really could just kept doing this until this point right here. But this, M&M probably would have kept going up, but this point right here was when the whole market had dropped that day a few weeks ago. So everything kind of died after that. We can see right now it's in kind of another bull flag right here. It's a bit of a stretch. But this is one of the most common patterns that you will see on a chart is a flag. So once again, they're just continuation patterns. You can see every time you've seen this pattern, it was pretty much going up, except this time right here. So you could have been. I was actually playing MMM almost this whole way up. Just hopping in on the run ups, getting out on the bull flags and just waiting for it to go back above. Because flags are continuation patterns. So it's just indicating that this may keep going in the same direction. So y'all understand flags and the support and resistance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now another pattern that I like to trade a lot is it's called a pennant. All right. So, got a lot of stuff on here, but a pennant is just when something goes up and then your trend lines are actually converging. So, on the bull flag, you see after something ran up, it was like the trend lines were going in the same direction, but on my I want to take this line off. It's messing me up. But on a pennant, you can see that the trend lines are actually coming like they're going to converge. So you can see here, my top trend line is going down, but my bottom trend line is going upward. So it's like they're squeezing together. Something squeezing together, when it got to this point right here, it couldn't just kept going sideways. It had to pick a direction, so it broke out. So boom, when it breaks to the bottom, that's your cue to get in. You know, the thing with the pennants is you don't want to pick a side early. So you see right here, a run up happened, right? But with this pennant, it broke below and it broke down. So with a pennant, is you can't really be biased on it like you can a bull flag. You always want to be patient with the pennants and wait for it to break before you get in. So it broke to the downside right here. You could have got in at like 132, and the very next day, boom, you could have sold your put down here about 113, 114. So that's like a $20 move right there. So then boom, you got another run up right here. Patterns always occur after run ups. You have another pennant right here. The top trend line is going downward. The bottom trend line is going upward. You're waiting for it to break. Had a little fake out right here. I probably would have got faked out on this too. Because I mean, this was a significant move with very good volume. So I mean, fake outs just happen. Nothing you can really do about it. But I mean, seeing that this volume was this much right here compared to yesterday, it wouldn't have been a bad idea to really just hold your call here. And it would have paid off big time the very next day. So broke above here. And then you had this pattern. Now, this pattern, it looks like a bull flag, but this is called a falling wedge. So wedges are another pattern that I like to play. And they are actually bullish, even though they look very bearish because you see it's going down. But how you spot a wedge is when you make your trend line, you see how when my pattern first started, how wide it is right here. But as it's going down, it's like it's tightening up. So what you're waiting for, you're just waiting for it to break. So boom, broke above right here. Could have got in, rolled it up a little bit. But, you seen it went down here. And why did it go down? Because it's a resistance right here, 158.35. So all of this really ties together, and it takes a minute to really understand, how do I use my patterns, my indicators, and all this stuff. How do I use it together? It really just takes time, and it's trial and error. But I'm telling you, once you get it, once you learn how to use all this stuff together, you'll be good. Right here, we got another pennant. We got a little small run up right here. We got top trend line going downward, bottom trend line going upward. Has to make a decision, getting to the end of the pattern. Chose to break down. So you could have rolled, beyond all the way down from, let's say if you would have got in, well, this was after hours, so couldn't even have got in right here. Let's say you would have got in up here at about 157 maybe. Could have rolled this all the way down to 125.
So when you drawing the bottom line, do you always do it from the candle behind the top line? Is that right? Am I looking at that right, OJ?
You can. It's really just the way that it formed. I mean, sometimes it'll form the candle after it. it's tough. You just don't wanna force a pattern. Like if I would have had to come all the way over here, man, I just messed up that line. Let me take this off. Where did I have this right here? All right, so you can have it, a little bit before or after. You just don't want to make it look like forced. So if I would have had to draw it from, all the way down here or something, I wouldn't want to do that. You want it as symmetrical as possible,
She
but
ain't got no archives. April said she don't got no
it's just not
archives.
it's not gonna be perfect. But
Yeah,
you just don't want
I
it to
ain't
be
seen no
all the way over here.
archives.
And those are pretty much the patterns that I look for every day. And these patterns right here I just showed you on the 4 hour. But I mean these same patterns, use same exact strategies when day trading. I caught out a couple of trades today based solely off of support and resistance. This Microsoft play, caught this one pretty early this morning. Cause I got in on this break of 199.79. As you see, this was a pretty heavy area of interest. If you look back the past couple days, acting as a support here, broke down, acting as a resistance, got back up, tried to act as a support. So this is a pretty hefty area. So I got in on the break right here when it broke. And then, like I said, these patterns will form on all time frames. You can see right here, I didn't draw it, but seen it. This is a bull flag right here. And bull flags, once again, are continuation patterns. So, boom, you got your run up. What happens after a run up? Something has to pull back in the form of a pattern. All right, so boom, your flag right here. I slick was, I was thinking about, man, should I cut? Should I cut? But I seen this bull flag forming, and it also came back down to where my resistance was, and it retested right here, and it turned it into a support. So when it didn't break down on this candle, I was like, yeah, okay, I need to stay in because I got in right here. But when I seen that bull flag forming, I seen it retest. I knew that I should stay in. So from that point, I got out somewhere around here. So that was just that's just pattern recognition and just using support and resistance in your patterns, and that's pretty much all I do. Everything I call out is going to be because of a breakout of a support resistance or a breakout of a pattern. Everything I call out is going to be because of that. I called square earlier. I said square calls above 104.5. Now this was a quick trade right here. I wasn't in this trade very long at all. But this is why you see on my 5 minute right here, I have this area right here, 104.5 from the past 5 days that, it's acting as a support. Some places acting a resistance, other places. So I know if it broke above it, I would definitely be able to get a good trade out of it. Let's see. Where's that? Okay. Yeah, so wherever that was, this was a pretty quick trade. I don't even see that point where I got in. Where? For some reason, it's not showing up on the desktop the same way it was on the what you call it, on my phone. But you guys can go back in the chat and you can see I showed y'all the point where I got in at because it was a huge spike in volume right at 104.5. Oh, here it is right here. I must have been on the wrong day or something. My fault. Um, but you know, oh, he's in the lobby. Sorry, hold up. So I knew 104.5 was my area I want to get in because it was an area of interest. If you see here, it broke above right here, broke above my resistance here, and look at the volume. Look at this volume compared. Now this is a volume at 11:55. So this was the same amount of volume that it was having at the open. So I seen this right here, and I knew, okay, I need to get in. And this one, it was just going to be a quick trade. So when I seen it pop like this, and I seen how this candle started to form, I got out around somewhere around this area. So it was only like a 50 cent move, something like that. But I had three decent contracts, so that was pretty good amount. And with Square, their contracts actually have very good delta. So some of their contracts actually has a delta of like 30, almost $40. So it doesn't take a lot to make a lot or lose a lot with Square. So that was
What you think about Chewy?
Chewy. I was watching them for a minute, man, but they started coming down. I stopped watching them. See, I was kind of anticipating this breakout right here. I really wanted them to get above this 54. I mean, this 52.24 level, but they couldn't
Mm-hmm.
never close above. Um, so right now they're oversold. Seem like they're very oversold right now.
Yeah, that's why I was looking at them
Yeah,
for
so
like a long term swing or something.
yeah, so it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to get a call. 3 weeks out probably might be plenty of time. 3 weeks out, something like that.
Okay.
Um,
So when you look at the swings though, you just look at the 4 hour and the 1 hour
yeah. I like to look at the 4 hour, 1 hour, and the 1 day,
and the 1 day. Okay.
but I like the 4 hour the best for swings. Um, so let's see. There's something that I was
You,
thinking about swinging today.
you think the airlines are still good swings or no?
I don't
With
think
all this
so
new
right now.
corona, yeah, with all this new corona stuff coming in.
Yeah, all of that, and I mean Boeing disappointed today. And I had a pennant right here drawn for Boeing. They broke below that, so I'm definitely not touching any calls on them right now. I'm gonna see what Boeing does. They still got like 2 more days of the certification thing or the test flying, so I'm gonna see what happens. I should have just waited anyway, but it's whatever.
You think AMD and MU and how you pronounce it? Xilinx is done with. They run up done with.
I don't think so. I think they're gonna keep going up. AMD was one that I was thinking about swinging. See, I got a lot of stuff on AMD. I play them a lot, but
Yeah, I played AMD yesterday and I closed out today at a high. I was just trying to see if I should get back in.
yeah, I think an AMD swing will probably be good again. Um, Looking here, they broke above this little bull flag right here. Probably be able to see it better on a 15-minute frame or something. Yeah, you see, it's a nice bull flag right here. Kind of it just been flagging the whole day, pretty much. Um, Broke above right here. So AMD look like it's a pretty good swing. I really want it to close above 5203. Think if it can close above that point, then it'll be a good swing. I'll actually swing it if it closes above 5203. Because the next resistance right here is 5353 back here. So we definitely can see a continuation. Um, And then, the reason that I swung yesterday, some of you might remember last week, I opened a position of AMD last week a little early. But I said I would add to my position if AMD came down to 49, which I thought it would come down to about 49 and bounce. And that's what they did. Because the reason I thought it would come down to 49, because you see these previous two times right here, came all the way down to 49, popped up, all the way down to 49, popped up. And what did it do here? Same thing. It actually dropped below 49 and came back up. So the fact that it dropped below that point and got pushed all the way back up, I definitely was very confident on the AMD swing yesterday. So that's why, that's why I called that AMD swing yesterday. And this candle right here was the main reason. This right here is a bullish hammer. So what this candle will usually tell you is that the trend is about to change. Now you want to find these candles like this on a daily time frame, at least a daily. You want to find it on a daily time frame or higher, because it can tell you that okay, sellers might be stepping out and buyers might be stepping in. So you can see the past few days before that, AMD was just getting pushed down every single day. But this candle is telling you that at one point, AMD was all the way down here, but the buyers pushed it all the way back up here. And you see now, boom, what happened right here. So we can definitely see a continuation. I wouldn't go real heavy though. I wouldn't get more than 2 contracts. If I get in, which I still have my July 17th calls, but I might add some more short-term calls. But yeah, it looks good. It looks good. And, past this point right here, I mean, we very could well be choppy at this area though, because you see here, I mean, it was a heavy consolidation in this little 52, in between 52 and 53, just choppy right here. So it could be good. We'll see. I wouldn't go heavy on it though. But I like the swing though.
So you say you still like the swing for AMD?
Yeah, I like it. I like it. I just wouldn't put a lot on it. We also got to remember that there's no
Ooh, those a
trading.
lot. Are those gaps?
Yeah, on MU,
Yeah.
because MU just had their earnings, so that's why they gapped up like that.
So
Um,
you don't think it'll fail?
I don't know. It could, but right now I wouldn't play it to the downside right now, just because the AMD, MU, Nvidia, they're all semiconductors. They're all in the same, they're all in the same boat. You can take a look at all of them. All of them look bullish right now. So I wouldn't be playing puts on them right now. But definitely, if they lose some steam, they're gonna feel that gap. See,
What about that Xilinx? Xilinx, whatever the shit is.
what's their symbol?
ZX. Hold on. XLNX.
Is it ZXL and X? What is it again? I don't know what he said.
I think you said XLNX.
XL and X.
Oh yeah, my bad. XLNX.
Oh, okay. This this was pretty good. Let's see. Look at the 1 day chart. Looks like I got some area of interest right here. Maybe. Yeah, like a little area at 98. I would have liked to see it close above 98.59. Yeah, you see it wicked off of it right here.
So if it closes above that, where's the next? You don't see no more resistance. That's the high.
Nah, the high is 133 up here.
Oh, oh damn! I'm tripping. I'm sorry.
But past that point, I would definitely like calls. I mean, you really probably could get into a call right here, but it would be more risky because it got rejected off of it today. I mean, because if it gaps above it tomorrow, it's gonna run.
So do you see any patterns there? I'm just trying to make sure I'm looking at patterns the right way.
Let me see. Nah, I don't see nothing right now. I don't think so. Nah, I don't see no patterns on it. Yeah. I don't see no patterns on it right now.
All right.
But I mean, this thing, it could fly tomorrow, but it's gonna have to gap above 98.59. You see, it has tested it quite a few times today. Couldn't stay above it, so it's a little risky. And also, we got to keep in mind that the market's not open Friday, so today is really like, what's today, Tuesday? So today is really like Wednesday right now. What is today? Is today Tuesday or Wednesday?
It's today Tuesday.
Yeah, so it's really like Wednesday right now because the market's not open Friday.
Okay.
So I like that chart. I just want to see it get above that point first before I get in.
All right.
I think there's some people in the beginner chat trying to get in.
Oh, okay. This is what I was looking at for today. This waste management. I had this level at 105. I said if it could get past that, then I think it could start going up. So I got this little area right here between 100 and 105. Look like it's trying to break out. It's actually at 105.41. So this could be a pretty good swing. And it actually has a gap right here from 107 up to, oh, that's not much. It's only $1. But this probably could be a good swing. It's above my resistance right here. Got a lot of buyers. Looking at the 4-hour chart. Yeah. The volume's not as high as I would like to see it, but it did pass my resistance up here. Their contracts are very cheap as well. Looking at WM here, you get a July 17th. You get a 110 call for July 17th for $60 right now. So, I mean, it's low risk. So you ain't gonna get a better risk reward ratio than that. $60. I mean, this thing could pop up $3-4 tomorrow, and that contract be up, 300-400% probably, just because it's just very undervalued right now. This is less than $4 away from being in the money, and it's $60. So if we catch a move like this, I don't know how many of you was in that move that time when I got into that reality income or whatever, the contract, something that doesn't really move like that. Alexis in. So I see this one's kind of like that. Reality income that we caught that day. The contracts went from like 20 something dollars, and it was over $100 a contract the next day because it had a move that it doesn't usually have. So I mean, this could be the same thing right here. This thing could go from 60 to 200 tomorrow. But it's gonna have to make a good move. But I mean, you get an at the money call pretty much for $60. Man, can't beat that. I'd probably swing that, honestly. That looks like a good swing. Then think about Thinkorswim, something that I like that you can do. You can actually see what the contract was trading at here. So I copied my contract details right here, and I'm going to add it here. All right, so this is just a chart of what the prices of this contract was in the lobby. So you see right now it's $60, but you can see, back here, this thing was $500. Now, is it gonna go back to $500? Probably not. But you see how long it's just been stagnant here. This thing can definitely, come up here easily. So it's a good risk reward play right here. I wouldn't mind playing this. I really like this Microsoft play though. Microsoft, you got this run up right here. You got bull flag. It's broke out of the bull flag right here. So this is the exact type of setups that I like to see. So I mean, I would probably swing Microsoft, but it is a bit more risky in these markets because we just don't know what type of news is going to come out. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty risky, but I think it's worth the risk because we got the all-time high right here at 203.95. So if Microsoft is up $2 in the morning, it's gonna fly because I mean it's no resistance up here. So this looks like a good swing. But if you're not trying to risk nothing like that, this looks very good as well. Got my stochastics. Stochastics are coming all the way up here. So I like this, and I like Microsoft. I did like Apple too, but I don't like the way that Apple sold off during the day. Wow, they actually have came all the way back up, but well, not all the way, but they've came back up. See them kind of the same thing. Had this bull flag right here. They're above it right now. Apple could push to new highs tomorrow. We're gonna need a good day from the market. SPY is at 307. Yeah, so SPY is actually, yeah, okay. So I had this triangle for SPY right here, and it's actually broken out of it. So I would be comfortable playing calls, but I would still hedge it. So I like Apple, Microsoft, and Waste Management in AMD. I like all of those, but I definitely won't swing all of those. I might swing two of them.
Which ones you swinging, RJ?
Sheesh. I probably swing Waste Management because it's so low risk. I definitely probably swing. I'm gonna swing waste management on my small account. I'm taking that one definitely. Uh, Microsoft. I don't think you can go wrong with Microsoft, AMD, or Apple. I don't know. I like all of those equally. But which one am I going to swing? I don't know. I don't even know yet. But I do think the market has some more upside. But just always remember, hedge your calls because we know what happened a few weeks ago, and I'm sure people don't want to repeat that. So that's what I
What you what you say, RJ? I didn't hear you.
about what.
It's something we don't want to do again.
Oh, for people that didn't hedge their calls a few weeks ago when the market dropped and SPY
Oh
dropped
yeah,
like $17.
I got burnt that day.
Yeah, man, you gotta hedge them calls every time, bro. It don't matter how good it look, gotta hedge, bro. Because I mean, nobody was expecting SPY to drop like that.
Question. Since Microsoft doesn't have a resistance anywhere up there, but Apple does, you think Microsoft might be a better swing than Apple? Or I
It
don't know.
it could be, it could be, but the only thing about that is, man, with Apple, it's like Microsoft not going. I'm not. Well, let me not say they're not going to, but Microsoft is less likely to run up the way that Apple will. So we've seen Apple have multiple $10+ days, but it's very rare that we see Microsoft go up more than $3 or $4. But on the flip side of that, Microsoft contracts are a lot cheaper. So if you catch a big move on Microsoft, your contract's gonna be up a lot. Like this 210 call is $80 right now. Microsoft go up $3 or $4 tomorrow. This thing will probably be at close to $200. So,
All right.
but it's just Apple's is a little bit more expensive, but Apple can run up a little bit more than Microsoft can. I don't know. You really can't go wrong with either one. It's tough. But probably will definitely probably be tapping in on both those. I'm gonna get my phone real quick. Yeah, so that's what I look for in my swings.
You putting the swings in the chat, right?
Yeah, I'll drop them in there. Whoa, let me get my charger for the guys. Yeah, so I'm gonna drop those. Yeah, man, Microsoft is pushing. Shoot, I probably should have got in instead of talking about it. uh,
Hey RJ, you think sometime this week you can go over how to use Thinkorswim and place trades on Thinkorswim for the people that don't know how to use Thinkorswim? I think most the beginners are used to Robinhood, and if they want to actually be day trading and stuff like that, like you said, they're gonna need to get on something else besides Robinhood.
oh yeah, yeah. I definitely be sure to make that. Yep. I'll do it for both the
Cause yeah, cause me personally, I've never traded options on Thinkorswim. I trade futures on Thinkorswim. So, and
right.
then even when I trade futures on Thinkorswim, I'm really just charting on Thinkorswim. I really trade off NinjaTrader for futures.
Okay.
So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, it's something different.
Yeah, I'll make sure I do that. Try to have that video uh by tomorrow. I'll try. So I'm trying to get into WM right now. A small account. Show y'all what I get in. All right, here we go. Just put in chat the one I got into. I got the 110, 717. It's the closest one, and it's only $60. So I mean, took that on one of my small accounts. Apple and Microsoft, man, I really like Microsoft better, but Apple could give you more return. Mm, We also have to be aware in case it's a dump at the end of the day. Those are so aggravating. Um, mm, but I'm bullish on SPY right now. It's back over 308. Had it charted up, that little triangle. So I'll drop that in the chat again, and I can show you guys right here. It's PY. So even SPY forms these patterns. You know a SPY forms a pattern. It's definitely valid. I can need to even that up a little bit more, but yeah, I like that. All right, but you see it's breaking out above the triangle here for SPY, so I definitely feel comfortable swinging calls. But like I say, still hedge your position We don't know what's going to happen. We can't predict the news, so always be cautious. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what I look for in my swings, and those are my swings ideas for today. I'm already in waste management. I'm still just trying to decide which ones I'm gonna swing out of Apple, Microsoft, and AMD.
And I'm not picking up my damn contract on waste management.
Yeah, it took me a couple minutes to try to get in on it. The contract trying to go up though. That's probably why. She said, "Are you still in AAL?"
All
Nah,
right, I got it.
I'm not in AAL no more because of Boeing. Boeing messed up that. So no, I'm not in AAL, unfortunately.
People keep canceling these plane orders. That's why they keep going down.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that was a killer. It's like, man, the news just comes at the most terrible times, bro.
I still think they're past their recertification. Also,
I hope so, man. I hope they do. I hope they do. They probably will. See. But yeah, man, that's pretty much what I had. Y'all got any more questions about anything? I got this recorded too. I dropped that check. All right. If it ain't no more questions, man, I'm gonna drop this meeting in the chat. Um, and I appreciate y'all for hopping on.
all right, thanks.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, RJ.
Yes, sir. No problem.